Hey everyone, this is Saktoth, recording a 1 vs 1 on DeadLands between myself, up here in blue, going cloakbots, and Anarchid, down here also going cloakbots in red. He's morphing very early for his energy, and then going mexes with glaives, while I am going winds for my energy, and not morphing. I'm also starting with early glaives. Going winds rather than E-cell gives me more starting metal to work with, but you can see that my energy is lower, so I'm making solar panels now. Solar panels are safer than winds because they have a lot more hit points, and winds have variable income right now. They're only producing 0.7, which is actually not as good as solar panels because winds cost 35 and solar panels cost 70, which is twice as much. They produce 2 solar panels, so you need to produce at least 1 from wind to break even. Right now they're producing 0.7, which is, not as good and less durable, so I like to play risky, but this time it's not paying off. I'm making an LRT out the front. This covers this area around here pretty well, so it makes me very safe from raids. So I can send my own glaives out, because once I've got the LRT up, I can afford to send my glaives out. He's made no energy in his starting base and gone for 2 defenders instead, and a radar tower, while I haven't made a radar tower because of the wind dying. A bit of micro here, you can see I micro back the damaged glaive, meaning I kill a glaive without taking any losses, which is always nice, gives me a bit of an advantage. A bit more micro over here, I managed to lose one, but retreating up the hill gives me a range bonus. Retreating in general gives a range bonus, so if he can't afford to chase me in that sort of situation. This is because of the way the projectiles are physically modelled, it allows for micro like this. Here I try to pick this one off. I micro back the damaged glaive, keeping it alive. They regenerate between battles, but I don't manage to make anything. We both micro away from that one, and we don't lose anything. My command is expanding along here, just taking this naked, and I'm starting up a tick, because I see he's making lots of glaives. He's expanded with his commander into the middle, and he's making defenders here. I send one just in to snipe it, and try and get out. And I lose this one here, and another one here, but yeah, I managed to get an enemy glaive as well. He's going a laser tower because he sees how many glaives I have. I could bum rush his commander and take it down pretty quickly with that. I have 5 mixers now, almost, while he's still on 4. He's only just starting to get wind generators now because he's been relying entirely on the energy from his morph. I haven't scouted this though. I've not actually run into his base yet because I know he does the double defender start. So a lot of players make the mistake of running all their units directly into the enemy base and expecting to win that way, but it's almost always the most heavily defended point. I'm trying to snipe his laser tower right here and get it down before it goes up, and I do manage to, but his army is engaged now. I can't retreat cleanly. I get ticked on the left side, but with using good microing my units around the paralyzed units so that paralyzed units sort of tank the shots, I managed to clean that up without taking too many losses. So I have to defend my glaives while they're paralyzed and wait for it to wear off, and when they do, I bring in my own tick around the side and try and dive in on the laser tower again. I'm trying to tick his commander. If you damage it a little bit, you can tick a commander in one shot. It works, but all my glaives are dead, so and this is not going to make anything because the paralysis is going to wear off. If I had blown up my tick earlier, it would have been much better. More micro up here, and he's going to run into my commander. Managed to get out in time. I'm finally morphing my commander now because I'm on parity with metal and energy, and I want a little more energy because I don't have any constructors. Starting my first constructor now, that will start building. That can start building energy and things. But now my energy's dropped below because of the variability of wind. So this just gives me, once I've gotten my economy up a little bit more, it gives me a bit of a net boost. Another tick blown up there doesn't really take very much. He's making lots and lots of defense towers in the middle and trying to snipe them again, and also trying to build my own towers in range of his. I've also just morphed my laser in time. This is why I go for the late morph. I go for the morph once it's engaged, but I managed to force him back by repairing this tower in the middle of his army, and my own defender here to just prevents him from reclaiming this. There is now 600 metal here, 650 or so, so that's quite a boon that I've managed to get. Another reason to morph my commander at that point, because now I have enough energy to use that, otherwise I would not have had enough energy to use that this reclaimed metal. He's starting to get in here and reclaim a little bit to himself, so I build a defender to try and get rid of him, and he loses his constructor while he's trying to do that. His commander has a lot more build range, so he did a lot better, but his commander has half health. This means that he can't afford to play defense walls with me, because if he does, I'll walk my commander straight into his, blow it up, and walk away with plenty of health to spare. Sending another tick around here, sending more units out. I've expanded along here, and he's going to come in and intercept that, which I've been doing semi-naked expand here and there as well, so it's about time that he actually sees that. In the meantime, he's made a Zeus, and he's trying to go straight for my commander with it, but I have glaives in the area, he doesn't have any towers, his commander is too far away, and I send a tick around the back, and just like that, I tick it because it's taken damage. It only takes one tick to kill, and then I can just walk into his commander, like I said earlier, that because he has lower health, I power him down, the Zeus is paralyzed, it can't do anything. So once I take out the Zeus, I retreat. My commander's on pretty low health now too. One of the reasons I won that battle is actually because over here his units were distracted attacking my expansion, and that means I now have 1.3k metal in reclaim in the center here, killing his rector so he doesn't get anything to reclaim, and my commander's morphing because honestly I've got this huge amount of reclaim and I'm sucking it up, so I don't have any production. I only have a few constructors here, spamming out constructors as well. As soon as you get reclaim, you want to spam out constructors, morph your commander if using energy cell. Really good tick here. Just ticked his whole army, and he doesn't really stand much of a chance, because he might have been able to get my commander there, which would have swung the favour back in him, but instead he resigns and gives up, because he knows that that's his last army, and I've got all the reclaim. So that was a good game, showing lots of tick micro and aggressive raider usage to stop the enemy from expanding.